Hey, it's Nzinga Imani. You may know me as Angela from Zatima. I'm also a plus size model and singer, and you are tuned in to According to Portia.
Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Portia Monique, and today we're speaking with Nzinga Imani, and she's stepping into her next era, and she's doing it boldly, y'all. From commanding screens on Tyler Perry's Sister and Zatima, she's making waves in music as well with her debut single, Drown, which is hot. Y'all, go stream it, go do all of the things. But she's also redefining what it means to evolve in real time and doing it on her own terms. Welcome to the show, Nzinga.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, before we even jump into the interview, I want to talk to you about your upbringing. I want to talk about your origin story. How did you even get interested in modeling, acting, as well as now singing?
Well, I would definitely say singing was my first love. I've always known I wanted to be a singer. I was singing since I was probably like 3 or 4. I was in the choirs. I was a praise team leader. I did all the talent shows. And me and all my sisters sing, so it was always a part of our lives. And I definitely thought that was the path I was going to take originally. Then I got introduced to acting in high school through my course teacher. We got introduced me to musicals, and when I discovered musicals and being able to combine acting with singing and stepping into roles and portraying characters while singing, that took over, and it just took over my life. And so acting definitely was like my new focus and my new direction, and so grateful for that. And then modeling was definitely out of left field. It wasn't part of my plan really at all. I just like to dress, and I made good relationships with different designers. They would see me attend something and they'd be like, "That walk, I need you on a runway." And so it wasn't really something I intended to do, but once the doors started opening, I was like, "This is a new lane. This is
Mhm.
money. Um,
Uh-huh.
let's see what we can do." And a way to get free clothes too in a lot of situations. So
Yeah.
I just kind of was open to exploring whatever paths came in front of me, and they all kind of led back to music eventually,
Yeah.
and creativity and things like that. So I was never gonna shy away from a new opportunity to explore something new, especially if it came easy. Modeling, I think, came pretty easily to me. Also, my younger sister is a professional model, so I got a lot of tips and tricks from her,
Mhm.
and she kind of like guided me in that aspect as well. So it kind of came naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it came to that. But yeah, and then I was able to circle back and be like, "Hey, music, I didn't forget about you."
I love it. I love it. My first love. Yeah, and so modeling, it does seem like a natural fit for you because you're beautiful. You can act, you can sing, all of the
Mhm.
things. And then we were looking at your music video, your debut single, Drown. I was looking at the video and I was thinking about all of the body positivity that you exuded on screen.
Thank
And
you.
I said, yeah, she's a model, and you can tell, and it looks
Mhm.
good and it looks natural. And so we're going to get to that in a bit because I do want to talk about Zatima
Mhm.
first being back, right? And of course, the stakes are higher than ever. What can fans expect from Angela this season, especially as relationships are tested under pressure?
Ooh. This season, the second half of the season, you get to see Angela in a more vulnerable sense. She starts to deal with some new issues, including health issues that I think are going to kind of flip the character on her head. We've always seen Angela as a very confident, bold person who doesn't really have insecurities or anything like that. And things are going to be kind of tested and shaken up this season while she's also navigating relationships. And since season one, I think we saw a big shift in Angela. She was a very loving partner, and then she kind of got her heart broken and was embarrassed, and she turned into a wild woman. Okay, and and although we love the wild woman, I think she's also discovering or figuring out, like, what is she truly? Is she that lover girl? Is she that wild woman, or is she just navigating heartbreak? And she's gonna be doing that on screen, figuring that out in front of everybody, while also trying to be there for her friends and show up friend, show up as a friend, but also trying to give advice to other people's in relationship, and who knows why, because she need to be focused. I don't know if she's the one to give advice, but I do think that she always has the best intentions for her friends. So she is always like, to me, the voice of reason in a lot of
Yeah.
ways too. So I
Yeah.
love playing Angela. It's so much fun.
Yeah, you said Angela need to be worried about herself, but that's
Yeah.
okay because she is that friend that gives that great advice too.
Hmm.
And authentically, it's you could tell that there's no judgment,
Yeah.
there's no underlying, there's it's all good. So
Hmm.
also this season reportedly pushes Zach and Fatima through major personal milestones. From Angela's perspective, how does she navigate the ripple effects of their relationship dynamics?
Oh, I think Angela is often catching strays from things that she don't really like. She didn't really do anything, but she'll get kind of caught in the middle of it or get the backlash of somebody else's emotional turmoil.
Yeah.
But I also think it's very interesting because now, as this season comes out, Fatima, we know Fatima is pregnant and expecting, so just to see her kind of like going through a journey that I'm currently on is it's a whole new perspective. It's a very
Yeah.
interesting way of seeing it that I don't think I saw when we were filming, but now kind of
Mhm.
reflecting on what she was dealing with and things like that, it gives me a whole new perspective, and I'm very interested to see how the fans and everybody reacts to them navigating, going into parenthood possibly,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever may occur. But I do think that the friend group is there to support them and to try them and to stress them out, and it's always a lot of drama and fun either way.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. Now, working under Tyler Perry means stepping into a very specific creative ecosystem, right?
Mhm.
Because he does things his way.
Yeah.
Um, how has that environment sharpened your instincts as an actress?
Ooh, we shoot very quickly,
Yeah.
and it can be very intense. But it kind of makes you have to just lean into it. You can't overthink things. You oftentimes don't get more than one take, so you have to just be ready in character, ready to roll with the punches, because you also never know what your castmates are gonna say. When I tell
Mm,
you, we got a lot. Deval loves to ad lib. A lot of our castmates love to throw some things at you, so you see very real reactions a lot of times in the shows, and I think honestly that's what a lot of our viewers love to see. They don't know what part is scripted and what part isn't, but when they see those genuine reactions and those genuine interactions, I think that's what makes the characters in the show even more lovable. And I always enjoy being on set. I always enjoy us pushing through. I mean, it's intense. It's definitely
mhm,
intense,
mhm.
but in the best way. It's kind of like a little boot camp,
Yeah,
and then you're done. So that's
yeah.
great too.
Now, tell us, where do we watch it? When do we watch it? And how do we support as well?
Yes, so it will be coming out on Paramount Plus for the first time on May 12th. So we need y'all come support, because this is a new streaming service that we haven't been on before,
Okay.
and we want season after season. So we need everybody to show up and show out. So Paramount Plus on May 12th. It should be, I'm not sure exactly what time it'll be launching, but normally they launch those things around midnight to 3 a.m. In case they launch it on Pacific time. And social media. Always follow everything on social media. My personal social media is Nzinga Imani. That's Nzingaimani. And you can follow everything there. I'm very consistent with posting. So whether it's music, acting, modeling, that's a really great way to keep up. And I'll also be posting about the show. We have 2 episodes dropping on May 12th, and then we'll have one episode dropping every week after that on Tuesday. And yeah, and then you can also binge the first 4 seasons. If you
Yeah.
haven't seen Zatima, you can watch them as well. And I believe they will also be on Paramount Plus, but I do
Okay.
believe that right now you can still see them on BET Plus,
Yeah.
because the transition hasn't happened yet. I don't think it happens
Yeah.
till June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Such a fun show. We are looking forward to it. Looking forward to supporting you, making sure that we're binging first if we haven't completely watched
Yes.
those other seasons. And then we are going to be there for you showing up on May 12th so that
Thank
we
you.
can all kind of binge together. Like let's make this a group effort, y'all, because we
Mhm.
need the ratings to go up.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And the cast is very interactive, so you
Oh,
want to be in
good.
the know because we love to go live. We love to do talkbacks and answer questions that we cannot answer.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you're following on social media or anything like that, the cast is very interactive.
What's your social media platform of choice?
For me, Instagram is just
Instagram.
my
Okay.
is for sure my go-to.
Yeah.
I sprinkle on TikTok now and then, and I'm on everything, but I will
Yeah.
say that I spent my focus is definitely Instagram.
Okay, we're gonna be
Yeah.
chatting with you. Like, girl, why you do that? Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Yeah, yeah,
I
you
love it.
will.
Now, before we get out of here, let's talk about your music
Okay.
because I was thoroughly impressed. Again, like I said, I love the sound. I love the video. It's very cute. It's very sexy, seductive. Let's talk about it. You've officially entered this music era with your first debut single, "Drown." What emotional truth were you tapping into when you recorded that song?
Oh, well, I will say I feel like being playful and sexy and fun is just so innate and natural to like who I am, whether it's online or in life, that it just felt right to kind of tap into that, as well as me being a Caribbean. I'm Guyanese, so wanting to bring that flavor, that spice. I feel like Drown was just the perfect introduction into the
Yeah.
music lane. And I got to kind of bring all that to life, especially in the music video.
Okay. Yeah.
From the locations, I chose everything from the outfits to the locations to
Creative
doing my own.
director too.
Yes,
Yes, add
absolutely.
that to your credits. Okay.
Yes, and my partner is the director and the videographer. He also edited it, so I feel like it's also like a first person perspective. From his perspective, you get to see the flirting, the vulnerability, because that was a large part of it too. Like it's a song written in that space of flirting,
I
of
love it.
vulnerability, of sexuality, and to be able to kind of bring that to life, and then also with like the inspiration behind it was really fun, and I feel like
Yeah.
a good way to be vulnerable and open and authentic in the space.
So I want to ask you this. I have an idea. I don't know, right? So
Mhm.
I'm asking you to clarify. The title "Drowned," it feels a little heavy, but intimate and vulnerable, like you said.
Mhm.
But what does drowning symbolize?
Ooh.
Girl.
I would say it's kind of like in that space, like the song "Water" by Tyler. Like it's
Yeah.
giving the I don't want to say it because it's gonna sound too freaky, but I think you know
Love it.
what
It's
the
the vibe.
drowning
It's the
is alluding
tone.
to for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely just going under. You know what I'm saying? Like being immersed,
Being
I
immersed.
would say, in love, in
I love it.
infatuation, and all of that.
So you just spoke about really being the creative director of your first video.
Mhm.
How does your acting background influence the way that you approach storytelling through music?
Oh, I feel like I've always been a very hands-on person when it comes to all of my projects. I'm always overly involved. So I think when it came to that, it was just a natural step. I've oftentimes been the creative director, even on other people's projects or other things that I've worked on. So it just felt right and natural. And
Mhm.
then for me, performing Drown was less about like acting and more about just like feeling music, having fun, wanting to bring people in as a performer.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's why a lot of the scenes are less like acting with another partner or anything, but more focused towards the crowd, focused towards the audience, and like seducing and bringing you in. I think that
yeah.
was my intention behind Drown.
Mhm. Now, you've already performed on major platforms like singing the national anthem
Mhm.
at the Hawks games. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What did that moment specifically affirm for you about your voice and literally and figuratively?
Oh, well, for one, I was born in New York, but I've been raised in Atlanta my whole life. So I'm definitely a peach. So to be invited to sing at the Hawks game was a huge deal. It felt like an out of body experience for sure. Representing my state, representing my people in Atlanta, but also being able to like sing a cappella in front of a large crowd because
Yeah.
even Drown, I love Drown, but it's a bop. It's not intended to show all my vocal range and you know what kind of singer I truly am. So to be able to show the power that I do have behind my voice that I don't feel like Drowned fully captured was
Mhm.
a really great experience too because it's like no there's more there and you know
Yeah.
it's not just a little bop. I'm not just a little you know
16.
bop singer, but I can really sing and
Yeah.
I want people to know that and I intend to come out with more music that shows more of that. So it was really full circle and fun
Yeah.
to be able to do that. Yeah.
And speaking of new music coming out, your EP is on the way.
Mhm.
How would you describe the sound and the story that you're building?
Oh, so I would say it's kind of all over the place right now because I don't want to limit myself to any particular lane when it comes to genre or anything like that. So we've got a little bit of ballads, we got a little bit more of the Afrobeat vibes. We're get a little country song thrown in there. Like I don't want to feel um pigeonholed or any boxed in
Yeah.
about it.
Mhm.
I want to go with what feels right and the same thing with the EP like it may not necessarily tell a fluid story. It's more about like my introduction to who I am and all the many facets of me because there's about 14 Nzingas in here and
Yeah. They got to
and
come out.
yeah
Yeah.
they got to come out so it'll be more about that just kind of
I
like
love it.
exploring and having fun.
Well, we can't wait. When can we expect for the new music to drop?
I as with this baby on the way, I don't want to give a specific date because I want to make sure that I give the EP the due diligence as well as like the
Yeah.
promotion behind it. So I don't want to give a specific time. But it
Yeah.
is on the way and there may be a couple drops on the way to it.
Okay.
If it's
Yeah.
taking too long, I'll definitely still give some more art out there,
Yeah.
some singles and stuff so that we're not waiting too long.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I want to end with talking about you being a multi hyphenate and, of course, this beautiful model, full figure model. And you built a powerful presence in fashion, working with brands like Fashion Nova, Lang Bryant. How has modeling shaped your confidence stepping into acting and music?
Oh, it's helped tremendously because, for one, it helps me know how to come prepared for a lot of these roles. When you can come into a set or an audition or anything like that, and you feel your best self, you feel like you can present your best self, whether that be having the right clothes, whether that be knowing the styling, whether that be knowing the undergarments to bring when you're on set, all of those
That's
things it's real and you know in a lot of different spaces especially as plus size artists I feel like people don't always know how to dress you
yeah.
or they have a limited view once they see your sizes of what kind of things they can put you in. So
Hmm.
having that background as a model, not only did I have tons of clothes to bring for these situations, I also had the confidence of kind of speaking up for my body type, and
Yeah.
going in with a confident idea of this character would dress like this, not like this. So here
Hmm.
are some options I brought. See, so even if
Hmm.
you know, even if they're not equipped and don't necessarily have the items I need, you know, I can pull from their things and my things and make everybody kind of happy and in a space where I feel confident speaking up for myself and my look because it's a big part of building a character. Like
Yeah.
you can do all the preparation, but if you're not feeling the character or feeling confident in the character, then it's hard to portray the character. So for me, having that background as a model was tremendous going into a lot of these
Mhm.
sets where it's like I can walk in already looking the part and then them trusting me to also, you know, represent,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
represent
Yeah.
for my girls, represent for my other plus size ladies, and just represent as the character be because typically I'm not playing someone who is shy or older. I'm playing a
Right.
bolder character. So wanting to present that way as well.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And showing up is what you
Hmm.
do, right? And as a trailblazer in
Hmm.
this plus size modeling space, you spoke on it just a bit right now. But what other responsibility, if any, do you feel to push representation forward across all of the industries that you touch?
I mean, I feel like it's important to show up as my full self and not to dim myself, and to be also just aware that I'm representing a community, because um at the end of the day, I'm representing myself and my family, yes, but I also know that people have certain ideas about plus size women. People have certain ideas about Black women. And when it comes to showing up, I always want to show up in a way where I know I'm being respectful towards myself, being respectful to my family, and showing up the way the women that I know in my life show up, because we're not always shy or insecure or uncertain. That's not everybody's story. So wanting to make
Mhm.
sure that I represent that in the best way possible, and represent myself in the
Yeah,
best way
yeah,
possible at the
yeah.
end of the day too. Hmm.
And speaking of representing yourself, you also have a line, and I'm trying to wrap this up, but you got so much going on, girl.
Yes.
But you also have your own clothing line. So let's talk about
Mhm.
that as well.
Sure. Yeah. So Shop Namani was born probably 4 years ago now. And it was just a way to kind of give plus size women an alternative. I feel like so often we go into the stores and it's the same two plus size stores, and they sell clothes for older women. You know what I mean? Like much older. And the options are
Yeah,
very limited. It's a lot of
yeah,
paisley, a lot of florals, a lot of the same kind of cuts, and it's like we
yeah,
like bodycon, we like
yeah,
bandage dresses,
yeah.
we are not a monolith. And wanting, I know a lot of the women that I encounter, we want them
Mhm.
legs out, we want
Mhm.
a midriff out, we love a
Yeah,
two-piece set. We
yeah.
so I just wanted to be able. What is happening?
They know you busy,
Sorry.
girl. That's
Oh my
okay.
goodness, I swear I never get all of this. Oh my god. I'm gonna D&D, but I didn't want to do that here because I
Okay.
didn't know it was okay. Um, we're not a monolith, and a lot of the women that I encounter are a lot more expressive, like the
Yeah.
colors, like the body cons. So just wanted to give people options, and also explore my creativity. I was able to design a few designs with Fashion to Figure a few years back, and they all sold out on the site and things like that. So this was also a way to open up the doors where hopefully eventually with the store I'll be able to manufacture more of my personal designs. Right now it functions more as a boutique, but I hope to be able to design and manufacture my own things soon,
Yeah.
and really bring options that people can be excited about and
Mhm.
feel seen in. And yeah, so that's what Namani is for me, just like stepping out of the tradition of thinking that all plus size women want to dress the same or want to be covered up, or
Mhm.
whatever the case may be. I
Right.
don't. I love a
Right.
little shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah. A little midriff.
Yeah.
Where can we find your clothes? Where can we purchase them?
On shopnamani.com, that's SHOPNIMANI. So Namani as in Nzinga Imani. And yeah, right now we also have a closet sale situation going on. A lot of clothes and pieces that I wore in different shows and things like that that I no longer wear. You can purchase a mystery bag, or you can purchase them directly off of the site. So not only can you purchase new boutique items, but you can also purchase secondhand things that I've worn in different shows and things like that as well.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
And let's go ahead and ramp down because you are preparing for the biggest role of your life right now. You're stepping into this new chapter of motherhood while also continuing to expand your career. How has this transition reshaped your definition of success and balance?
Ooh, I don't even know if it's reshaped it. It's kind of just affirmed it. I feel like, family's always been a big thing for me. And knowing that, like, I get to raise a child and they get to see mommy in her career doing what she loves, and, making bold choices and creating, I think that it's going to be so magical. I'm really excited about it. I don't have too many like fears or anything about it, because luckily my schedule is also pretty flexible because of
Yeah.
the type of work that I do. So knowing that I'll be able to be there, probably more than most parents can,
Oh,
it
I love
feels
it.
really great. Also knowing
Yeah.
that I have a community and family that'll be there and hands on. I'm really excited. I feel like it's gonna be a
Yeah.
magical experience.
Of course it is.
Daddy is a freelance as well, so he's gonna
I
be
love it.
totally tapped in, and we'll be able
Yeah.
to tag team, and he's been so supportive and everything like that. So I just feel very confident in this next chapter and everything that's gonna happen. I'm prayerful, and because I know, there's things that we can't expect that we'll encounter, but I'm confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love all of the things for you, everything, all of
Thank
your
you.
success that you have going on, music, acting, motherhood, all of the
Hmm.
things, of course, entrepreneurship as well. And here we often talk about excellence as intention, not perfection, right? What does excellence look like for you in this next season of your life?
Ooh, I think intention is a great word. I feel like just being able to um show up in my new role, but also maintain and manage all the other things that I juggle, will be a new journey, but I feel very confident about it. And I feel like as long as I am intentional with taking the time to make sure that I still show up online, that I still, keep my reels and things like that up to date, and just that I am still focused on being my own person outside of motherhood, that everything will go beautifully
Yeah.
and I'll be able to juggle it all. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much for taking the time to
Thank
speak with us
you.
today. And we now know and understand that you are stepping into new spaces and owning them, from screen to stage to sound to motherhood, one of the most beautiful hoods to be in, right?
Mhm.
You are a woman in full evolution, and we trust that you are just getting started, and we're not finished seeing what you have to bring to fruition for everyone. So thank you again for being an inspiration. We're going to follow you on your social media. We're going to purchase your closet sales and all of the things. And we're
Mhm.
going to be supportive of watching Zatima May
Mhm.
12th, as
On
well as
Paramount Plus.
on Paramount Plus, as well as tapping in and giving you the support that you need. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Take care.